Alright everybody, we back with phase 2, if you will, which is a recap of phase 1 redone. I literally just had to take the whole time to completely unfortunately delete that entire franchise mode and recreate it. I'm glad I found that mistake when I did. Turns out the way they have this set up, you can't create a new owner. Because when I went in to fix the owner, it told me that team's been blackmailed, so to speak, blacklisted. That's what it said, it was blacklisted, meaning I couldn't change the team owner, which was absolutely freaking stupid. So I was like, you know what? We're not changing the team names. We're not going to be one of those teams, or excuse me, those leagues, where every time you turn around they got teams leaving and teams joining. We want tradition here. So the 16 teams we have will be the 16 teams we have from here until the end of the league. So I went and I did this, and you guys will see this right now. The owners, I'm just going to go to the top. NFC teams are who they are. See, Bears and Buccaneers. This team will become the Toronto Mounties. This team will become the Steamers, the Riverhogs, and so on and so forth. So whoever owns that team, the owner will just be the name of the team, just like any other NFC teams. So if the London Bulldogs owner were to ever quit, and whoever takes over that team, they're just the owner of the London Bulldogs. And if we want to keep track of owner history, that's not going to be that difficult. We can easily do that in one pen and paper. So I'll take care of that on my end if that's what we need to do. But hopefully we found the right 16 guys to run their teams and do what they need to do. So all 16 teams now, I went and I redid my owner into my stadium and have everybody ready to lock and load and relocate. That looks ridiculous, relocating a 0-old stadium, but hey, what are you gonna do? So now all I gotta do now is just simulate the seasons week by week until we get to the relocation section, and then I can relocate each team. And remember, we are going to simulate the first 10 seasons. And the reason why we're relocating the first 10 seasons is we are trying to eliminate as many real NFL players as possible. We want our league to be original teams, original players, nothing that's NFL based. We're still going to be left with some players because some rookies are still going to be playing after 10 seasons, but it's still going to limit it. And then I got to go in and set up, like if you go here, you guys will see what I'm talking about. Let's just generate the rookie class real quick. And if you see down here in the bottom, you'll see select, quick scout, add to board, edit players. So if I hit the L3, edit the draft class. Now, yeah, we know how this goes. Can't use any dumb shit. So we'll go to quarterback first. So we got Artie Wells here. Let's say somebody joins the league as a quarterback, which we have some. It's going to be a first come, first serve. This is their projections on the left hand side. Like Artie Wells is projected to be the number 2 pick in the entire draft. If you submitted your quarterback first, you get to become Artie Wells. So what I'll do is I'll end up going into here, and I will change his first and last name. Okay, these will get changed. This will stay. I'm not worried about this. This I will change if you want to be a left-handed quarterback. Numbers, I don't give a shit about numbers. Appearance, height and weight, you get what you get. We're not going to play the game of, oh, I want this, I want that. This, everybody will be 20. Everybody's going to be 20 with their human player when they first start. Once we get the league going and we know who's committed and who wants to be a part of the league, these things may change and become an option. I just don't feel like taking the time to change all those things for everybody and what have you. But you know what? Let me see something here. I just might want to change my mind on that. I'm looking at my website here, DFL Madden. I think I want to change my mind. Yeah, I'm going to give you guys your heights and weights. Yeah, you're going to get your heights and weights. So heights and weights will go into account when you create your player, because it's going to be on the application fee. Oh, sweet deal, Mr. P. Now when you go over here, this I'm definitely not changing. We're not changing equipment. I'm not playing that stupid game. Styles, I'm not changing that either. Now here, this is where the fun becomes. I have to update the website. I think we put 25 points. That's going to be changed to 15, and what that means is when you join the league as a player, you're going to be given 15 attribute points that you can spend wherever you want on your player. Now, you're not going to know what your attribute points currently are. You can't go over 90 though. Another rule I'm going to be adding is you can't add no more than 3 points per spot. So if you want to add 3 to speed, 1, 2, 3, that's the max you can go here. Alright, this is what you'd be able to do with all these individual players. You know, oh, I want 3 on my juke move for my quarterback. There you go. That's it. Now you're down to 12 points. If you want to just go and add 1 point to everything, whatever it might be. Now here is the other rule. He can't go any higher. 90 is the highest you may have on a rookie in the draft. He's got to develop from the 90. So you can't sit here and go, okay, I want to make that 90. No, that gives you 10 attribute points to that one spot. You can only add 3. So it's real simple, it's real easy. And in the application page, it even says, if you don't understand that, I don't want you in the league. And I'm being dead serious, because if you don't get what I'm saying with this, you're going to drive me crazy, and I can't deal with that. Player traits, again, you get what you get because it's first come, first serve. So it's first come, first service, what have you. And that's going to be like that for every single position throughout the draft. And if you go to our website, we have 60 players currently on that list that I have to create. So once I create all 60 players in the draft class, we're going to be able to get to that next season where we're going to simulate through it. So when it's over, our human players can come back with their draft. The 16 owners will submit a priority list. We're not going to do a draft where we're going to be online. Yeah, we got a lot of guys ready to go, buddy. So it's a good deal. But we're not going to have guys sign up and say, players, I'm completely off course here. We're not going to do a live draft where all 16 owners are going to join and I'm going to spend the time going, okay, what position? We got 90 seconds. Oh, 26 seconds. No, you're going to submit to me a priority list. In round 1, I want this position. In round 2, I want this position. In round 3, that position, whatever it might be. And you will get the top guy on the board based off projections. So let's just say you sent me a projection, you want a strong safety. So I would go here. Strong safety. Now let's just say you were picking 19th, but 2 strong safeties already went off the board. So strong and rush would be gone. You would get Khalil Russell. He's a projected round 3, pick 10. You're going to get him in the first round. And that's just the way it's going to go. It's going to make it interesting. It's going to make it crazy. It's going to make it off the freaking wall. So, but I will show you guys the draft board like this before the draft, so you guys can see what the top particular guys are, you know, where they're projected to go. So it's real simple, it's real easy. This is why I told guys who are in the league as owners, you are going to be required to watch every single video so you know what's going on. I will not have the time to sit here and tell every single guy every other day, this is what we did, this is what we did, this is what. Now I have a life, you have a life. I'm doing what I can on my free time for this league, and on your free time, watch the information for the league. It's that simple, it's that easy. So let me just back out of this draft class here, and I'm not going to be doing any of the scouting, you know, on any of these guys, unless you guys choose that that's something we should do. But we've got a few seasons ahead of us before we do that. Now that being said, again, this I'm not doing. I'm just going to let that happen on its own. Now all we're doing now is just advancing till we can get everybody relocated. Whew. So a lot of work going to go into this league, a lot, and I'm super stoked for it. Just got to keep advancing until we get to the relocation part. What's going on, Samurai? What's going on, Dar? Not sure who else we have in here. Alright, here we go. So as you can see at the top right hand corner, it says San Diego Red Dragons. So obviously this team's relocating to San Diego. Kapow, I'm going to become the Red Dragons. So now I have to hit R3 and go through each team. I'm just going to go to the top and work my way down and relocate all these teams. And this is the current stage we are in. Now he's going to become the Toronto Mounties. The Mounties! Don't you just love the way leather feels against your body? If you guys have no idea what I'm talking about with that reference, look up the Mountie WWE prison and you'll see the video. Freaking hilarious. So every time I see the name Mounties, I think of that segment in WWF back in the day. Oh man, it's wild. Alright. The Memphis Steamers. And I just randomly gave everybody an NFL team to start. Jesus. And by the way, I made every team owner a financial mogul, which gave everybody $300 million to start. So the money, as you see in the top right hand corner, is changing for each team. We just saw 323. This team has 320. So it's based off wins and losses and what's going on with that team. And this team becomes the Portland Riverhogs. Interesting. I do like the Snowhawks uniforms though, but the Riverhogs is just, it's a unique look. It's very sharp. Mr. P already Joe Namath in it. Winning the Super Bowl, baby. I'm just glad I found that mistake right away. That could have sucked going forward. Because whoever would come in the league as a new owner, your name would have been the previous owner's name. That would have been just ridiculous. Salt Lake City Elks. Now this is a unique name. I didn't think anybody was going to pick this, and that's what's awesome. Some of the names that got picked are pretty cool. And I know some people may tune in who wanted to become owners. Unfortunately, we were originally going to go 32 teams. We realized if we go 32 teams, me on a personal level, I would not be able to air all the games, and that wouldn't be fair to some of our owners. So we decided to cut it back to 16. I'll be able to do 8 games a week. That's not an issue if it comes to that many. It won't all the time because some teams will be on bye weeks. So that's how we're going to do that. Do know each team will have 4 games against the NFC teams. Those 4 games will just be simulated, be a forced win for the DFL teams. So we're not going to count those wins and losses at this point. Some people want to count them, some people don't want to count them. I kind of want to count them because if I don't count them, I got to do all the wins and losses and everything myself. So, but those games obviously aren't being aired. What's going on, Drew? And Cuevas, your player is in our draft, just in case you didn't know that. Because if you remember, you signed up to be a player in the football league. So I did add your guy to the draft board. He's not officially created yet, but he will be if you still wanted to be a part of this league. And if Mr. P sent me that application for his player, that's the 61st player in the league. What's going on, Edward? Man. Whew, I got 61 players to create. Go me. But I wouldn't want it any other way, man. We need players. 61 of them. I will take it every day of the week. Relocation is beginning. gone on down. Indeed it has. To the point some people might not even remember you. Orlando. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. And if you guys are wondering which player you're going to have quote-unquote on the list, as far as me setting it up, go look at the draft page, player page right now at dflmadden.weebly.com. If you're the third name on the list, you're going to be replacing the third team. If you're the ninth name on the list, you'd be replacing the ninth team. You know, that's just how that's going to work. Just in case you were wondering. Some people already had asked me yesterday, which player am I replacing, because they knew the rules. That's who you're replacing, whichever number. Now remember, you've got the ability to add some attributes to your players, even though your projection may say round 3. You know, 61 to be exact, Ed. 61 players exactly. That's insane. I had to go count it. I didn't know. I knew it was between 60 70 area. I went and counted. It's exactly 61. Was 60 till Mr. P sent me an application. I didn't even add him to the human player list yet. I haven't been on the computer to put him on there, so I honestly didn't even open his application yet. But I know I have it because he's in the chat room with us all stoked and ready to go. The Chicago Cougars. The one thing I find hilarious about the Chicago Cougars, if you go here and you pick the Cougars, it will literally tell you, don't pick the Cougars because the fans will be mad. It literally will tell you that. Yeah, I got your application, Samurai. You would have been the 17th or 18th owner, I think it was. And then we had to cut back to 16 because there was no way we were going to do it, and obviously it was going to be a first come first serve on that. So I do apologize for that. I don't know if you had saw the video where I had made that announcement, letting everybody know what was going on. And I think I ended up having 19 overall applications. I think that's how many it was at the end. But just doing 32 teams may have been a little too much for one person to do. And I really had no idea how I can do this league with the help of someone else. Like, let's just say, like, Ed's my right hand man. You guys know that with ICW. And if you're in here for the Madden, you have no idea what ICW is. It's the International Championship Wrestling. We run an AI wrestling game through WWE 2K. Much like we're going to be doing this Madden thing. He's my right hand man there, so to speak. But say he had the game, which right now he doesn't, but let's just say for the sake of argument he had it. I don't know how he'd actually have this particular file, and the only thing I think we could do is upload the file to the community creations. So every time I'd run a couple games and he'd run a couple games, we'd have to pass the file back and forth, and I don't want it to get corrupt by doing that. So I was just like, no, we're not doing that. Okay, I gotta go back to the main account, which is going to be this one. Of course, I relocated the Raiders first. I'm a Raiders fan, what can I say? Now I'm going to force advance this until we can start picking team names. Then we'll just start simulating seasons. Yep. Yeah, you count the owners' players. It's wow. Wait a minute. Damn you, Ed. Just made me think of that. Okay. 61 players. 16 owners' players. Yes. That's 77 now. Holy shit. I got 77 players to make. 77 players to make. Holy shit. The aftershocks. Everybody's familiar with the earthquakes. That's hilarious. But it is the Red Dragons for this one. And Samurai, like I said, since you were the 17th or 18th owner, I have to double check my list. If somebody falls out of the league, becomes unreliable, quits, you'll be the first or second person I'm going to contact and ask if you want to take the team over, since you're on my quote-unquote waiting list for ownership if you wish to stay there. This way you know. Fans overwhelmingly pick the Huskies. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police. I love their uniform because I think this is the only one of the Canadian teams that actually has the maple leaf on their uniform. I'm obviously biased to the Thunderbird. It's a Native American heritage thing, but hey. The Mounties. Let's just love relatives against your body. I have to say it every time I say the Mounties. It's fucking great. Alright, moving on to the next one. The Memphis Steamers. The Steamers. And my dog's barking. Shut up. No. Every time my neighbors leave the house, my dog thinks it's her cue to bark. It's hilarious. The Hounds. Shut your mouth. See, 1993, their mascot was going to be the Hounds. Somebody did a video the other day and didn't understand that. The Steamers. It's a weird logo, but I like it. Somebody went different, and I appreciate it. It's not the typical teams that most people pick. The Portland River Hogs. The Portland River Hogs, ladies and gentlemen. The River Hogs. Choose a name. The fans are hoping y'all choose this name. Well, that's what he picked. I can't wait to show you guys the Chicago one. Because like I said, it literally says for the Cougars, don't pick it. The fans will hate you. It's freaking great. Oh, man. I can't believe I saw that when I saw it. I was like, wait, is that really saying that right now? Don't pick me. You fuck. The Brooklyn Beats. I don't like that logo. I just wanted to show that. I don't like that at all. This is my personal favorite for Brooklyn. Ed's personal favorite is the Beats. That's why this is the team he's picking. The uniforms are probably the best of the bunch of these three. I just like that logo right there. And there's one thing I want to say. What's up with the lightning bolt being on everything? If you didn't notice, they got a lightning bolt here on the Bull. There's a lightning bolt on the Thunderbird. They have a lightning bolt through the River Hog. Like, come on, EA, get your shit together. I don't need lightning bolts on everything. It's like, what is wrong with y'all? The Elks. I'm really giddy with excitement doing this, ladies and gentlemen. I can't help it. Oh, look, it's a lightning bolt now. Is there no lightning bolt in any of these? I mean, that's kind of like a lightning bolt through that hat, but whatever. I'm being picky right now. Also, remember what I said to you guys on Phase 1 video. If you didn't hear it, I'll say it again here. I have to double check exactly how many different stadiums there is. But I'm going to give each division 4 different stadiums. Everybody's getting a deluxe stadium, the biggest one. And it's going to be at random. So you're going to get random. That is a weird logo. It almost looks Russian to me, like the Russian sickle. What's that called on the flag? You got the damn hammer and sickle. So yeah, that's what that looks like to me. Or am I freaking crazy? The Redwoods. I don't like the name, hate the logo, but I love the color scheme. The green and the brown is just unique. But we've got the Sacramento Miners in this league. Cuevas, can't wait to see the Cougar name. The Austin Armadillos. This I love. I'll give you guys the backstory on this. This guy originally chose a different team. And then for the first time in his life, he watched Necessary Roughness. Love that logo. But he watched Necessary Roughness, and it's Texas State Armadillos. So he wanted the Armadillos because he just thought the movie was the greatest thing. So I was like, that's cool. That's freaking awesome. I'll take it. I was not expecting to do any of this until Friday, and I'm glad I'm able to do it now, because Friday, 3 p.m., big pay-per-view with our wrestling league that we do. Whew. Monarchs. Yeah, I saw a guy do a video and didn't realize the Monarchs was part of an actual NFL league at one time. Idiot. But the Bulldogs. It's a weird looking bulldog, but I like it. The London Bulldogs. I honestly thought that was the one Ed was going to take. I'm not going to lie, whenever we do this type of thing, because he's a Browns fan. And I'm just like, Bulldogs. That's what the Browns are. Browns are Bulldogs, in my opinion. Yeah. You're not the only one. The Bison. That's so weird. That just reminds me of the Ravens too much, but their uniforms are freaking sweet. The Bison. It should be Bison, and then it's the Bisons. Bisons is... If you have one Bison, it's Bison. If you have 10 Bison, it's Bison. EA pluralized it for whatever reason. Damn. The Orlando Wizards. The Wizard logo reminds me of the Vikings. I'm not gonna lie. The Dublin Shamrocks. I'm not gonna lie, I was hoping Alex Dar would have picked the Celtic Tigers instead, because I think the Celtic Tiger uniform is freaking badass, and that logo is one of the coolest ones in the game. But I can get with the Shamrocks. Shamrocks got that Miami Hurricane vibe, which is pretty cool. Already did them. Got the Columbus Aviators. I've used the Columbus Aviators in the franchise before. Don't like these two logos for some reason, but I do like that one. I'm not even sure what the hell that's supposed to be. Like what that logo is. I get why it's there. But what are you gonna do? Alright, what's next? Here we go, the Cougars. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The hilariousness that is the Cougars. I'll show you the other ones first. The Blues have always been associated with the city of Chicago. You know, blues, as in the music. Tigers. The Chicago Tigers played in the first professional football league, ready to bring them back. Right, now here we go. Choose the Cougars and the fans will not be pleased. What? Choose the Cougars and the fans will not be pleased. The game's telling you, do not pick the Cougars, they will hate you. It's the stupidest thing, but okay. Like, why? Why is it even in there? If it's that serious, why make it an option? What's going on, Twitchy baby? Do not pick the Cougars. They will not be happy. The Dreadnoughts. Because they had no idea that was in the game like that. I'm also trying to figure out why Chicago is a relocation city to begin with. They got the Bears. Why are we relocating to Chicago? Just like Houston. What's going on, Tim, with Westover? They have some glitches already. Like, some people have an ice rink for a football field, and what I mean by that, it goes white, completely white. It's happened. I personally have not run into any issues yet, but that doesn't mean I won't. And the Chicago Cougars is run by Drew Samurai, which is Keith James. That's his team. Drew's actually going to run the team, which is hilarious. Alright, we've got all 16 teams relocated in our league. Now we gotta go back to the commissioner account so we can continue to move this forward. Drew! I know Mac Strong, his name's screwed up in the game. They call him Mac Strong. I'm saying Mac, yeah, Mac, yes, Mac Strong instead of Mac, I'm sorry, Mac Stone instead of Mac Strong. Somebody even had him as Mac 10. I mean, that's your call if you want to buy the game now or later when it comes to this, because whatever glitches they have, you know they're going to patch them. You know, how quickly is the question. How many glitches are going to pop up? It's not going to be like the WWE 2K wrestling game that just came out where they can't fix it. It's that broken. The game's not that broken. There's going to be glitches regardless. They're going to happen. Now I just got to look at each team here real quick and make sure I give everybody the proper uniform. Let's see. San Diego, where are you at? He wanted uni number 3. Alright, uni number 3 it is. Alright, Red Dragons taken care of. Back to the top. Now the fun thing. Looking at these gorgeous uniforms, right? Gorgeous, right? Alright, P, you be safe. San Diego's already been picked. Toronto wanted uniform number 3. Thank God. I don't like the blue helmets for this team. I hate the blue helmets. Look at this. Don't like them. The red one pops. I'm so glad Dwayner's picked this one. The red helmet is by far the best. Alright, the Memphis Steamers. Memphis also wants uniform number 3. If I see that right, yes. Hold on. Hold on. Goodhart's watching. He just messaged me. He said, let me scroll through these uniforms. I'm scrolling through them. Alright, he said stick with it, so we're gonna stick with it. That was crazy. I didn't expect that to happen, but alright, cool. Yeah, WWE 2K20 is horrendous. That's why I still use 2K19 for my wrestling league. If you never checked out our wrestling league, Tim, check it out. On this channel, we have a wrestling company. It's called International Championship Wrestling. We have a ton of fun, man. Go check some of our old videos. We have a quote-unquote pay-per-view coming up this Friday. Portland, he chose uniform. What is everybody choosing uniforms number 3? This is crazy. I know some people pick the uniform just because they like the helmet better than it was on some of the other ones. The Brooklyn Beats. The Brooklyn Beats picked uniform number 2. Definitely better. I don't like the gray uniform. I don't like it. That one I like. This purple and purple is freaking sweet. And the Beats picked uni 2, which it's going to be so cool to see purple and purple. I mean, just look at that. That's fucking ridiculous. I love it. One of the better uniforms in the game. The Beats. I think that's why Ed likes taking them. Salt Lake City Elks. I want to see the other uniforms. Don't like that. But here's the one they chose, by the way, on number 1. Alright. Move to the next team. Yeah, Friday's going to be fun for you guys who are still in here that are part of the wrestling league. Friday, I cannot wait. We're going to have a blast that day, gentlemen. Sacramento Miners. They also took uniform number 1. We're just gonna get it picked and move on. That means I'm gonna have to advance one more week, select the stadiums, and like I said, we're gonna go in order. We're gonna get the stadium in order, and that's just how it goes. Hopefully nobody cries about the stadium they get. Austin Armadillos, where you at? Alright, there he is. Don't like the red helmet. And he likes the black helmet, but he wanted the red uniform, so style number 1 it was. Kind of 49er-esque. I literally heard someone say 49er-ish, which is really weird. The London Bulldogs. They want uniform number 2. He went with this because the helmet's white. I see that right now. I kind of like the blue helmet with that, but I get it. Man, this league's gonna be set up great. Check out the website, gentlemen. dflmadden.weebly.com. You're gonna find all the information there. Bison uniform number 3. Yeah, it's definitely the one I'd have picked too. Got about 6 more guys to relocate, or select their uniforms, excuse me. Orlando. He wants uni, I think it's number 1. It's the one with the black shoulders, I know that. Yep, right there, there's uni 1. So who all we got watching right now? How many of you guys, what we got in there? It says 8, but I don't know if any of you are still in here paying attention. Well, if you are, give me a message and I'll give your name a shout. Dublin. Uni 3 for Dublin. No, they're all basically the same. Look at that. All they do is slide this damn sleeves. What's going on, Brandon Cuevas? Alex Dar. Already did those. Aviators. Tim Westover. Tim Westover's in their house, ladies and gentlemen. New to our streams. Appreciate him being here. Columbus. He went with Uni 2. I personally like Uni 3 best because I like the blue. But he probably went with the helmet. I just like that. I think that's badass, the blue. But hey, I take it. Edward is in the house. Alright, we got the Cougars and the Dreadnoughts. I think that's the last 2 left. The Cougars wanted Uni 2. Dreadnoughts Uni 3. Wait. No, I got Houston Voyagers too. I just now realized I still have them on the list. Alright, let me double check. Cougars Uni number 2. I don't like that at all for the Cougars. Hey, get your schoolwork in there, brother. Good luck this year in class, man. We'll see you when we see you. You be safe. The Dreadnoughts Uni number 3. So glad to have the Dreadnoughts in the league. Yes, I did, Alex. See, he chose that one. Do not like it. I like the silver helmets for this team. I'd have chose one of these because I think that logo pops on a silver helmet way better. But he took this. I don't like that. I'm leaving that up. I want you guys to tell me what you think. Silver helmet or the blue one? Which one do you think honestly pops best? Just curious. Want to honest opinion on that. But I'll give him the uniform he chose. And then the Voyagers. Voyagers also went number 3. Interesting. I think the Voyagers is another uniform I would have picked differently, but hey, they're not my teams. I am just the commissioner. This is Vernon Quinn's team. Yeah, see, I like that one. But he went with the yellow helmet. I do like the silver helmets for this team as well, but he went with the bright yellow helmet, so he gets it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, back to the main account. I'm going to force this league to get to the stadium selection, and like I said, everybody's going to get, each division's going to get 1 stadium. I'm not putting 3 of the same stadiums in one division. All 4 teams are going to have difference. It's going to be first one, first served kind of thing, based off the list. Huh. It's to whatever's your favorite. Now, this is how I'm doing this. Alright, I want to write these down. We got, make sure I have the right amount. Deluxe. Boy, my pen's a piece of shit. Sheesh. Alright, deluxe. We got the Spear. We've got the hybrid. We've got the futuristic. And if my dog starts barking, I apologize. The neighbor's dog is out back barking. Okay. Alright, that's what we've got. Canopy, futuristic, hybrid, spear, and traditional. And I'm going to say this right now. If you're in the chat and you own a team, I will give you the opportunity to pick your stadium, but it's going to be first come, first serve when it comes to the stadium. Just because that's how it is. And I just had to tear that page out. But that means I'm going to have to write down these teams, so I know who's doing what. So just give me a second while I write down each team. Alright, we're going to have the Red Dragons. And he's getting the first one in order. And that is going to be the traditional. That means no other team in this division can have this stadium. And don't know if anybody's on a delay or not, but if you are, oh well. The Mounties. Like I said, I don't know if the Mounties are here, but everybody's gonna. Is basically I'm gonna do the same thing. He's gonna get traditional. It's the first one in line when I click in that direction, and he's the first one on the list. So there it is. Traditional it is. Next team is the Steamers. The Steamers are in, which division are they going to be in? The East, I believe. Yes. That means he's also going to get the traditional. And I like that better because I'm not gonna lie, I like all these better than the canopy. Traditional for him. Alright, so we got 3 teams in the league already with the traditional deluxe stadium. This way everybody's spending the same amount of money as far as that goes. Alright, Portland. Portland's in the west. So the Riverhogs are going to get the next one. And I'm going to have to say this. If the game's legit, Portland should have a lot of rain. Which would be great to have him in a sphere, which is the dome. Because he ain't going to have to worry about all the rain games, which is kind of cool. He ain't going to have the elements affecting his game a lot. The Brooklyn Beats are next. Now, Ed, I know you were here. I'll give you a second to tell me which one you want, because you are in the north and the traditionals are already gone, so you have the option to pick, if you so desire, spear, hybrid, futuristic, and canopy. You may have the one you wish, but again, like everybody, I'm gonna wait just a few seconds. I know it's on a delay. Let's see what you have to say. If you're here, you're hearing me. Taking the hybrid. The hybrid it is. No other team in that division will have the hybrid. The Elks. The Elks. I think the Elks are going to end up with the hybrid. Yep. There we go. That's 3 teams already in the West Division taken care of as far as stadium goes. You guys understand we're this close to getting this league together. The minors, ladies and gentlemen, are going to have the futuristic. There that goes. I've not done one South team yet, I don't think. Nope, I've not. The Austin Armadillos, and as I say that, Austin's the first one. And they're going to get the traditional stadium. It's the only thing I wish they did, like they had more options. Bottom left hand corner of the screen, in the green bar, it says DFL. It says www.dflmadden.weebly.com. If you go there, there's a link that says join. If you're doing it from your phone, if you look at the website from your phone, what you need to do is there's going to be like 3 lines in the corner. Let me open up how it looks exactly on my phone, because everything is going to basically be the same. Yeah, you'll see at the top it'll say DFL, and on the left hand side you'll see 3 bars. Click the bars because that's the menu bar, and you'll see teams, league uniform, human player, standing staff, rules, about, and join. Hit the join, and on there it'll tell you how to send in your player application. Alright, where are we at? Bulldogs are going to be in the East Division. And I already know that one's gone, and I already know I'm not giving him this one. He's getting that one because he had already asked for it. He was, I think, one of 2 people that maybe had asked for exactly the stadium. So he got lucky with that, being smart enough to think about the stadium. I'm not gonna lie, Drew's still here. See, Drew will get to pick his stadium, whatever's available. The Bison is in the south. I know when we did the test league, we didn't use the spear because Ed and I had the belief of football is supposed to be in the elements. So we just eliminated the spear and we used the canopy. So the Wizards. They should be getting, I believe it'll be the hybrid. Yep, the hybrid it is. I wish it would stop showing me what song's playing in the corner when I have my music turned off. Have the music turned off so I can't catch any red flags, because I do have people who hate on this channel. Alex, are you still with me? You cannot have traditional or futuristic. So if you would like to pick spear, hybrid, or canopy, you may. I gotta start throwing in a couple canopies. That I do need to do. I'm gonna throw in a couple canopies, stop using spears. I think we have 2 or 3 spears already in the league. I need to throw in some canopies to mix it up a little bit. I'll give Alex about another 15 seconds and let me know if he wants canopy, canopy, hybrid, or spear for his team. Canopy, hybrid, or spear for the Shamrocks. And if he doesn't tell me, I'll just select one really quick and we'll move on from it. Like I said, I know some guys are on as much as a 30-second delay, sometimes up as much to a minute. Depends how many hamster power you got. $10 seconds, buddy. Giving you the 53:15. There you go. 53:5, 6. When that says 15, I'm clicking canopy for you. That's what you're gonna get. That's what you got for your canopy. Stadium's a stadium at this point. Alright, Red Dragons is already taken. Columbus Aviators. We'll put the Aviators in a canopy as well, why not? Just to get a couple canopies in the league. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, James, for being canopy players. I gotta get one more spear in the league. We'll have 3 domes. The Cougars. Ladies and gentlemen, the Cougars. That's Drew. Drew said I'm here. So, Drew, I'm gonna give you the opportunity. Cougars. Let me see, where the hell are they? That is in the north. Alright, here's your options, Drew. Spear and futuristic. So you got the dome. That's the one choice that you have. And then the second choice is this one. The futuristic. So you can have that one. So you get a good look at it. Or the dome. It's your choice. Since you're here. And then I think I have 2 teams left to do. Let's see which one Drew takes. Futuristic or spear. Give you another like 15-20 seconds. And I gotta move on. Let's see what we got. 55. When that says 55, 40. He wants the spear. Alright, you got it, buddy. Spear it is. Drew will have the final dome, because that gives us 3 domes. That means the South and the East will not have another dome. South can't anyway. That means the East won't have one. The East will get a canopy instead. The Dreadnoughts. Futuristic and canopy. Oh shit, hit the wrong thing.
What is that?
Alright. Means we have one more to move. Whoa, what the hell happened there? That was weird. The Voyagers. Traditional, futuristic canopy. They're not going to get the spear, which means they get the hybrid. I think that's right. Who am I on? Houston Voyagers. Hold on a second. Okay, there we go. That's what I did. Orlando goes down there. Voyagers have got to come up here. And they got traditional, spear, futuristic. So yeah, he's going to get the hybrid. There we go. Alright. All 16 teams relocated. Uniforms selected. And stadium selected. Advance. Look at that. Simulating to 2020. So we're going to simulate from 20, I guess it'll be 20 to 2029. So it'll be the 2020 season, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, yes. Then season 2030 is when our league will begin. Alright, and I'll know to ignore the first one and take the second one, no problem. I make 78 players, ladies and gentlemen. 78 players I gotta create, with the addition of Hound Killer. Wow. Man, this is taking a hot minute. And none of the Super Bowls even matter when it comes to our league. What's crazy though is some teams will have Super Bowl trophies in their trophy case behind them. It'll be the history of their team, but we as owners do not take over until after the first 10 seasons. And again, I'm doing that to eliminate as many real life NFL players as possible, so the league can be full of mostly the everyday Joe, the human player aspect. Now obviously real NFL players are human players, but you guys get my point. Look at that. Now he became a dragon. And I'm just gonna do this just because I need to, just to show you guys what I mean. It's gonna look hilarious. I'm gonna go up here to these beats. Right here. Watch. I can see it by looking at the top bar. Let's see if they show it. They're not even showing it. There should be a trophy back there. That's crazy. Because if you look in the top left hand corner, it says Super Bowl 54. Oh, I see what happened. Seattle won. I read it completely wrong. Seattle won it. Ha, that's my fault. I read it backwards like an idiot. Alright. Gonna simulate this off season, like I said. Simulating the next season. The complete off season's not up to us. The computer's gonna do it. Like I said, I gotta do this. Wow. But for the season, when we are in season 2029 is when I gotta take the time to create all the players. So to all the owners, to all the players, when you ask me when are we gonna start, we will start for however long it takes me to create all the players. Simulating the seasons now is not going to take long. This is however long it takes it to do this shit. Just back and every time I see that F, it reminded me of the Flyers logo in this game, Salt Lake City Flyers. But once it moves along and we get to where we need it to be, then I'll create the players for that draft. So at the end of the 2029 season, everybody's going to know who's on their team, what's on their team, what they need, what they don't need. We're going to be doing a video for that. Then you guys as owners are going to submit to me your requests, if you will. And when I say your request of what you want, this is already season 2 being simulated. Your priority list, that's the word I'm looking for. You're going to send me your priority list on what you want to draft. And that's when you're going to start drafting these human players. I will be drafting for the computer ran teams as well, because we're going to make sure the computer run teams do not take the human players. All I'm going to do is press the up button and take the last guy on the draft board for each computer run team. So that means all the NFC teams are going to take the last available guy on the draft board each time it's their turn, leaving the best for the 16 teams in our league. Meaning each team should be able to draft quality players at all steps, because that's 16 less teams taking players. So that should work out for everybody. We're only in week 2. This is insane. So I can only go as fast as this can go. And remember, once that season ends, you get what you get when it comes to your team. If you have a shit squad, it's not my fault. If you have a great squad, not my fault. If you have a mediocre in the middle team, it's not my fault. You get what you get. That's all part of the rules and all part of the agreement. So, like I said, when this league starts, it's all going to be based off of how long it takes me to create all 70, now 8 players. Holy smoke, 78 players. I knew the first season was going to be the longest because that's going to be creating the bulk of our players, and then once the season's over, we'll have more players to create. Somebody might come along, and this is one thing we never addressed, and I'm going to have to address it with the owners. Somebody might come along and want to join the league week 6, week 4, week 10. What do we do with them? Do we tell them stick around and watch the league for the rest of the year, enter the draft, or do we make an exception for them and allow them to join the league as a free agent, and then basically first come first serve on who wants to sign them based off priority? And what I mean by that is the worst team in the league would get first dibs if they want them or not. If they don't, it goes to the next team, and then the next team, until all 16 teams get a choice. I personally would rather let guys wait until the draft, but I'm also afraid they would lose interest since they're not actually in the league. That's my only concern. So that's something we as owners will have to discuss and talk and figure that out the next owners meeting. And when I say owners meeting, I'd love to have a meeting where we all come together and actually chat live or type up together in like a community forum somewhere or something. I think it'd be great for us to communicate that way. Also, if you look at the website, I need staff. Certain things I need staff with. I need people who are going to take serious interest in this league and want to be a part of this league. I'm thinking about creating a separate Twitter just for this league, and I need somebody who's willing to tweet images, games, updates, reports, injury reports, statistics. I mean, you name it. Constantly tweeting, constantly throwing up hashtags, trying to draw in the love, if you will. So I do need that social media rep, and you need to know how to spell. You need to know what the hell you're doing. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. The Beats are in another Super Bowl. What the fuck is going on? See, I want to do that, but if I do that, that's going one too far. Hey, now let's see if the Beats got the trophy, because that looks like the Beats won to me. I just want to see it. I'm still not back there. Weird. Maybe it shows up after the season. And then one thing I want to point out. See how it shows all the teams' logos right here? All these logos. Watch this. Washington football team has the NFL logo. Why? And here's why I say it. Look at Ron Rivera, if he's still the head coach. I don't know if he got fired or not. Look at his hat. He's got the W logo that they released as their logo. Why couldn't EA Sports put that there on that picture in the background? Why couldn't they put that as their team logo? Why'd they have to go with the NFL logo? Just use the Washington football logo, you idiots. Come on, EA, you gotta get your shit together. Dumb. 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 Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. So we've got 2 seasons down. Advance week. Send the next season. And I already don't know which teams lost what players, which teams have gained which players. I don't know. guys are going to get what they get. Alright. Advance. Well, this is the third season being simulated, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be doing 10. So, once this one's simulated, I'm probably going to take a break. I may simulate some more seasons real quick while I'm offline, although I wanted to do everything online. I may simulate it online and just step away, turn off the mic, and let it run itself. That's what I'll do. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to step away, I'll shut down this stream, I'll come back with phase 3, and I'll have the comms turned off, and I'll just make a statement at the beginning of the video. That's what I'm doing. And I'll just keep simulating seasons while I'm doing things around my house until we get to where we need to be. So interested in what players each team has and what the level of the talent is on each team after the 10th season. Like, is somebody going to get lucky enough to have a loaded team? Is somebody going to get lucky enough to have a bum team? Not that that's lucky, but unfortunate. That's the word I'm looking for. I wish every time I was updating a week, it does it like 2 or 3 times before it updates a week. That was 3 times. 1. Zoom, zoom. That's 2. And then on the 3rd one, it should advance. It advances after 3 of those boom boom shits. Oh, this is going to be fun. Alright. Oh, look at that. Dallas and the Aviators. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Sending this one up to the next season. Then I'm going to shut it down, come back with phase 3, and start advancing with no comms. So season 20, 21, and 22 are technically in the books. And we've got 7 more seasons to simulate. And it'll be after the 6th season that I have to start creating the players before we simulate that year. Whew, that's gonna be fun. Very curious as to how this works once we get the ball rolling. Each season shouldn't be as hard. Alright, let me shut this down and be back with phase 3, and we'll start moving it along.